My name is Tom.
And my name is Charlotte.
And Charlotte and I have lived here for only 4 years.
Yes, yeah.
So it was a bit of a surprise actually when we found ourselves compelled to change the siding on our house.
Yes. Every time I would walk around the house, I'd find another spot where the paint was peeling or it was, the wood was starting to buckle and pull away from the wall. And I thought, this is beyond needing a paint job. It needs much more than that. And so then Tom started doing some research on siding companies.
So I think we lined up three different
companies. We did research on 3 different companies.
Yeah,
correct.
We identified more 4 or 5 different resources that might do it, but then identified 3. And we interviewed here at our home 3 different companies.
Separate companies, correct.
Separate, distinctly. And when we finally came to a decision, actually the decision was easy. And we certainly have no regrets about that.
None at all.
Yeah. When I first got here, yeah, the house was 4 years old. They told me that. And most of the damage was all down low, consistently around the whole house. And I didn't know exactly what kind of, board and batten it was. It just looked thin and it had some issues. And once I realized the size of the house and the scope of the design, that's when I called Steve and I said, you need to come back out here tomorrow.
In terms of functionality and performance, obviously, one of the most difficult things to do in the world of exterior cladding is create a design that will both perform and be aesthetically pleasing to the eye and meet those hopes for the homeowner, right? They needed this house to perform because it was really underperforming. There were interior products that were used as exterior cladding, which could potentially then lead to problems internal to the walls. They were really nervous about that.
It was clear that he wasn't here to just sell us something.
Exactly.
And that he really was going to honor what it is that matters to us.
It was not a high pressure sale at all. It always felt like it was our decision. We can do it or we cannot do it. And we went back and forth with, we need to cut the cost back down. Can we do this instead of that? And the design process was so helpful that Stephen provided.
We were able to address all of those issues very easily, but then to mate that with the design, because they've got this really unique contemporary design, and they had things like soffit panels that were falling out of the eaves, right? And so what were we gonna do about that? How were we gonna make that look good and also perform? And so we included the little detail of seam strips.
So we had a sense that there'll be collaboration among the pieces, or that was our hope. And then in the actual experience of installation and work, that we discovered that's a real strength of the company. The different parts collaborate, work together, listen to each other, and so that was marvelous.
These guys were great to work with. They're really fun, and that's part of this. That's the best part of this job, is working with somebody you like and you want to help.
Yeah. More often than not, contractors disappoint you and do not do what they say they're going to do, and do not deliver it on time. And that is not the case with Bellwether.
We knew we were going to be able to help them out, and they knew they could trust us.
We're human beings.
Yeah.
So we will care. We try to care as much as we possibly can, no matter what, right? But when it was clear that they cared, right? They take super pride in home ownership. Tom specifically talked about the fact that our equity is tied up in this home. This is our forever home. This is where we live, Those are our customers. And we're gonna meet them with that same level of care, we hope, every time.
I felt that individuals in the team, to every person, I know I'm not exaggerating, fulfilled and more than fulfilled my expectations. When we had completed the whole project and everything had been done, and we realized that we would not be seeing Steve and Jose and the task with Paul again, because they were on to other jobs, I wrote a letter to them personally mentioning, how happy we were and how satisfied we were, which is unusual. I don't normally do that type of thing.
And we have several times when people have asked who has done our siding, we will tell them that Bellwether worked on our house, and we would recommend them in a heartbeat.